My ex broke up with me 8 years ago, but the truth was shocking. I always thought the past stayed buried if you pushed it down hard enough. Turns out it just waits quietly until the exact moment it can hit you all over again. For me, that moment happened last week in the cereal aisle of a grocery store. I was exhausted, mentally fried from work, juggling deadlines, burnout, and a life that felt like it was stuck in grayscale. I reached for a box on the shelf, and just as I grabbed it, someone bumped into me hard enough to knock it out of my hand. I turned around, already annoyed, and my entire world froze. It was Lucas, my ex-boyfriend from 8 years ago, the first real love of my life. The boy who shattered my confidence by telling me I gained weight, that I'd let myself go, that I was too stupid to stay with. 8 years later, those words still lived in parts of me I didn't talk about. He blinked at me like he couldn't believe it either. Oh my god. Hey, wow, it's really you. I stood there stiff, clutching the cereal box like a shield. We exchanged awkward, small talk, the kind where your brain is screaming, and your mouth is on autopilot. He looked older, calmer, more weathered by life, but still undeniably him. And the entire time I felt this knot in my chest growing tighter. When he quietly said, "It's really good to see you again," something in me stung. I gave a tiny nod, muttered a polite goodbye, and walked away. But for the rest of the week, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Not because I missed him, but because the pain I shoved so far down suddenly floated right back up. The humiliation, the self-hate, the years I spent believing I was never going to be enough for anyone. Then came the second encounter. A week later, my friends dragged me out for a night of clubbing. I didn't want to go, but staying home meant sitting with my thoughts, and that felt worse. The lights were blisteringly bright, the music thundering, and the entire place smelled like perfume, sweat, and shots of tequila. I wasn't even fully settled in when the crowd shifted, and I saw him, Lucas, on the dance floor, illuminated by shifting neon lights. And just like before, he froze when he saw me. I quickly looked away. Nope, not doing this, not here. I moved closer to my friends, letting the music and chaos swallow me up. But Lucas didn't disappear. If I moved left, he somehow drifted near the same area. If I moved right, he ended up 2 bodies away. He wasn't grabbing me. He wasn't being creepy. He just kept trying, gently, to get my attention. I ignored him, hard. I danced with my friends, laughed loudly, ordered more drinks than I probably needed. Anything to keep myself from cracking open. But even then, I could feel his eyes on me. Finally, the drinks caught up and I excused myself to the restroom. It was the one moment I had alone all night, the only place where the music softened and I could breathe. I washed my hands, fixed my hair, took a deep breath, and stepped back out into the hallway. And stopped dead. Lucas was right there, waiting outside the restroom door. The second he saw me, he straightened. "Please," he said softly. "Just give me 5 minutes." I should have walked away. I should have gone back to my friends. I should have left the club entirely. But something in his face, desperate, shaking, terrified, I made my feet stay still. I crossed my arms. "Say whatever you need to say." He swallowed hard. "I didn't break up with you because you gained weight." My stomach dropped. "And it wasn't because you weren't pretty or smart or good enough." He ran a shaky hand through his hair. None of what I said was true. I felt my breath hitch. He looked completely crushed as he whispered, "Your mom paid me to say those things." It felt like someone punched me straight in the chest. "She told me you were getting distracted," he said, voice breaking. "She said you had a future ahead of you that I'd ruin. She told me you needed to hate me so you'd focus on your career, on success, on becoming someone important. She wanted me to break things off in the most final way possible." I stared at him, stunned, silent. And I needed money. I was barely affording college. I let her convince me it was the right thing. For both of us. His eyes reddened. It was the worst mistake I've ever made. I think about it every day. 8 years. 8 years of believing I wasn't beautiful enough. 8 years of believing I wasn't smart enough. 8 years of letting those words carve themselves into my identity. Because of a lie. I didn't say anything. I just brushed past him, walked out of the hallway, out of the club, and straight home, shaking with a mix of rage, betrayal, and numbness. When I confronted my mom, she froze. She didn't deny it. She didn't even try. She cried and said she thought she was protecting me. That she didn't want love to derail my future. That she needed me to stay focused. That she thought a painful breakup was the only way to push me forward. Then she asked in a trembling voice that made me sick, "What does he want now?" I swallowed the lump in my throat. He wants a chance to try again. My mother broke completely, apologizing over and over for the damage she'd caused. Lucas and I didn't magically fix everything that night. We didn't run into each other's arms or pretend the past didn't matter. But we talked. Slowly. Honestly. He apologized again. I listened. And for the first time in 8 years, the anger started melting into something else. Maybe not forgiveness yet, but understanding. The pain was real. The betrayal was real. But so was the truth. And maybe, just maybe, the universe brought us back together for a reason.